Welcome back to Gametopsy, where we delve into the art and mechanics of video games. Today we're venturing into the mystical realms of the American Deep South with South of Midnight. The latest action-adventure from Compulsion Games. Does this Southern Gothic tale weave a compelling narrative, or does it unravel upon closer inspection? Let's find out. Unraveling the story. South of Midnight, players assume the role of Hazel Flood, a teenage track star whose life is abandoned when a catastrophic hurricane sweeps away her home and separates her from her mother. Determined to reunite with her, Hazel embarks on a surreal journey through a mystical version of the American Deep South. This odyssey is not just a physical traversal but also an emotional exploration delving into themes of grief, loss, and resilience. Along her path, Hazel encounters legendary creatures such as the two-toed Tom, Hugging Molly, and the Ultima, each representing facets of the region's rich mythological tapestry. The narrative intricately weaves personal struggles with broader social commentaries, touching upon historical traumas and social injustices, making Hazel's quest both intimate and universally resonant. Gameplay mechanics. At its core, South of Midnight is a third-person action-adventure game that introduces players to the art of weaving, a magical ability that allows Hazel to mend the fabric of reality. This power is central to both combat and traversal, offering a unique twist to familiar mechanics. Combat involves unraveling enemies known as hints, manifestations of unresolved traumas, using weaving techniques. While the concept is intriguing, some critics have noted that the combat can become repetitive, lacking the depth to keep engagements consistently compelling. Traversal, on the other hand, showcases imaginative platforming elements, though some have found it to be simplistic, not fully capitalizing on the game's creative potential. Artistic direction and soundscape. Where South of Midnight truly shines is in its artistic presentation. The game employs a stop-motion inspired visual style, reminiscent of handcrafted claymation, giving it a distinct and memorable aesthetic. This choice not only sets it apart from other titles but also enhances the Southern Gothic atmosphere, immersing players in a world that's both haunting and beautiful. Complementing the visuals is a captivating soundtrack composed by Olivier de Riviere, blending genres like blues, country, and gospel, which enriches the cultural tapestry of the game. The synergy between the visual and auditory elements creates an experience that's as evocative as it is immersive. Strengths and weaknesses. Let's weigh the strengths and weaknesses of South of Midnight. On the positive side, the game offers a rich narrative that delves into profound themes supported by stunning visuals and a soulful soundtrack. Together creates an atmospheric journey through the Deep South. However, it's not without its shortcomings. The combat mechanics, while conceptually interesting, have been criticized for their lack of variety and depth, leading to a repetitive experience over time. Additionally, the platforming elements, though imaginative, may not offer the level of challenge some players seek. These factors contribute to a gameplay experience that, for some, might feel shallow despite the game's artistic ambitions. Critical reception. Upon its release on April 8, 2025, South of Midnight garnered generally favorable reviews. Critics praised its artistic direction and narrative depth, highlighting the game's ability to intertwine personal and cultural stories effectively. However, common critiques center around the repetitive combat and simplistic platforming, suggesting that while the game excels in storytelling presentation, it falls short in delivering consistently engaging gameplay. Despite these criticisms, many agree that South of Midnight offers a unique and memorable experience, particularly for those interested in narrative-driven adventures. Final verdict. South of Midnight stands as a testament to the power of storytelling in games, offering a journey that's as emotionally resonant as it is visually captivating. Where it may stumble in areas like combat depth and platforming complexity, its rich narrative, distinct art style, and evocative soundtrack make it a noteworthy experience. If you're a player who values story and atmosphere over intricate gameplay mechanics, this Southern Gothic adventure is well worth your time. However, deep combat systems and challenging platforming are what you seek. You might find South of Midnight lacking in those departments. Ultimately, it's a game that offers more than the sum of its parts, inviting players into a world that's seldom explored in the gaming medium. And for that, it gets a Gametopsy score of 8 out of 10. But what are your thoughts on South of Midnight? Does its narrative allure outweigh its gameplay shortcomings? Share your opinions in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this episode of Gametopsy, then don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more Gametopsies. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay silver.